Surely, Mr. Robertson, one of the most memorable performances, even in this great tournament, that you've ever produced.
Yeah, it's certainly up there. I mean, I've been very fortunate in my career so far that, like, my best memories have happened in the best venues we've played in, and you know, that was similar with, I guess, the match with Mark Williams where I won the semi 6-5. You know, just the crowd was just amazing, and obviously after the UK, I was really disappointed not to be in it. But you know, I was 5 in the world on the 1 year list, sort of coming into this. So last year I felt terrible about my game, but I was seeded 6th. This year I feel great about my game, and you know, I just missed out. And thankfully I snuck in through the back door, and yeah, I was just so happy that I could do my chance justice. That was the big thing, and I'm so happy that I could do that today.
How close to your best? You talked about trying to recover and show everyone your talent out there, but how close to your best do you think you are? Because it has been a really challenging year for you in many ways, hasn't it?
Yeah, this season's been tough. I mean, the good thing with Mark joining the BBC is that he can give like a real top player's perspective, like currently, about how hard it is. You know, it's very difficult to just play the way you want to play without sort of giving your opponents chances here and there. And you know, so for the first half of the season, I just wanted to establish being really hard to beat. Play like that if it's possible, but don't try and force it and just give my opponents easy starters. And so, but the second half of the season, I want to take what I've learned from the first half of the season and then play like, because that's how I play in practice. I play that quick. That's just how I play. So, and people are constantly on about me about trying to, you know, replicate that. And it's just about, when you're playing quick, you know, sometimes the heart rate is beating. You can do two things. You can go a bit slower to calm yourself down, or you can play through the rhythm, and then your heart rate just goes away, and then you just play freely. And that's what I did. Even the last frame, that's probably the calmest I've ever been in the deciding frame.
You can't deliberately speed up to try and play well. It has to come naturally to you.
Yeah, it does, yeah. And when the balls were there, it was good, you know, but like before that, they weren't there, so I couldn't really do anything. And sometimes in the commentary, people will go, oh, he's really picking up the pace. It's like, well, it's very hard to pick up the pace when all you're doing is walking from your chair, playing a safety shot from the bulk cushion. Again, do you know what I mean? Like, how quick can you play from there?
Yeah, I mean, but what happens is sometimes if you get into that rhythm, then you're stuck in that rhythm for the rest of the match. Then when you do get chances, you're out of that rhythm. So it's a very hard thing to do, to go from, say, the safety that was in the first frame. We sort of dictated the first half of that frame. It seemed like that was an important frame to win. Then you were halted in your tracks by what looked like the table rolled off.
Yeah, the second frame, yeah. But that happens, and you know, the funny thing is, because I'm so lucky to be in the event, I wasn't going to let that affect me in any way. I said, OK, if this is the toughest challenge that faces me today, then fine, so be it. But I thought John was brilliant to be 5-1. I didn't really do much wrong. You know, I missed a couple of half, you know, sort of dicey shots, but I thought he played amazing, and you know, he's unlucky there. Like, I played unbelievable.
I mentioned that in studio. It wasn't like you'd done anything wrong. John, I thought John was flawless from 1-0 down to put you under pressure at 5-1. But
he'll be kicking.
I just don't know what he did on that last on the red over the middle. I don't know if he tried to pinch a bit to be able to play on the black. I'm not too sure. Only he could say. But I mean, apart from that, you know, he didn't really do much wrong.
Can I ask Neil, that red that he missed that you're talking about? I talked about it in the studio, that how he reacted to it and how disappointed he seemed, even though he was 5-1 up.
Frame 7. Yeah,
and I was like, how much are you taking out of that, seeing him and his reaction?
I think I was drawing on everything from a couple of years ago where I beat him in the Tour Championship final. I was 9-4 down. And you know, I was just trying to think of positive thoughts from that. You know, I was just joking with Joe on the way back. I went to the bathroom at 5-1, and Joe went, "Come on, just come back. You've done it before." I said, "Well, I won 6 in a row to win the Tour Championship. I only have to win 5 today." So,
we talked about that all afternoon. Actually, at what point that would start to enter your head, but really from 5-1, you were already thinking about it, were you?
You just try and look for little things, don't you? You know, little things. I don't think it was ever affecting John, because he didn't really do anything wrong. He didn't miss any sort of key balls or anything like that. You know, and he went into the pack in the last frame there and didn't really land on anything. So if he landed nicely on a red, he would have won the match. It's just one of those things.
Can I ask one that everyone's down to know? Which of these 3 parts are you most happy with? That you got the phone call that Ronnie had pulled out and you're in the Masters? You've just beat John Higgins, one of the all-time greats, from 5-1 down. Or turned up at the right alley-pally on the right day.
Oh, mate, I know. Yeah, absolutely. It was. I mean, yeah. We did an exhibition in Hungary, and I was 15 minutes late coming down, and Sean Murphy was like, "Thanks for gracing us with your presence, Mr. Roberts. I see nothing's changed since the new year." So
can you just go through that with us, please? This World Open qualifier just before Christmas, you kind of lost track of the days.
I lost track of the days. I said to my friends in our group chat, I said, I don't know what day it is. I don't even know if it's Monday or Thursday. And they went, it's Friday. I was like, oh, thanks. Like, you know, I was just like in a different zone. And And I had a flight to book to go to Norway for Christmas, and Miller booked it on the 23rd because they celebrate Christmas in Norway on the 24th. So I was telling everyone I'm flying out on the 23rd on Tuesday, but the 23rd was Monday. So in my head, and I knew I was playing 2 days before, so in my head I was thinking I'm playing Michael Holt Sunday night, and then I'll fly to Norway. And then at 6:30, Joe Perry texts me saying, good luck in the match tonight, mate, you know, concentrate and all this. I'm like, huh? What do you mean? I'm not playing tonight. And then I looked on the World Snooker website. I'm like, can I get to Sheffield in half an hour from Cambridge? I don't think so. So I text Michael Holt saying, Merry Christmas, enjoy. And he texted me back and stuff. We had a bit of laugh about it. And I said, oh, maybe this is the sacrifice where the snooker gods will repay me in some way. And I guess they did with me
like
getting
it.
this.